Well, good morning. It's good to welcome you here. We've got one or two others that are expected to arrive, but I think we'll get underway. And today we have Heather Graham and Jennifer Parker here from the YMCA with a set of announcements about YMCA summer programs. So, ladies, if you'll come up, share the information. Given today's weather, I think we can all be in the right attitude about summer coming.
Hi, I'm Heather Graham. I'm the youth director at the Lima Family YMCA, and I've got a couple things to let you guys know about. Our first is our Black Achievers program, our fashion show, our spring fundraiser is coming up. It is May 18th at 2 p.m. at the Lima YMCA Annex. It's a chance for our kids to kind of show off what they've been doing, do a little fashion show. Tickets are now available. The pre-sale tickets are $4 for adults, $3 for students, and $2 for children. And you can buy tickets at the door for $5. And there will be light refreshments for purchase. And this will all benefit the Black Achievers program, which is a college readiness program. They'll be able to go on college visits and also go to their fall conference this October. The next thing I have is our Challenger British Soccer Camp is going to be June 10th through the 14th. This is for boys and girls ages 3 through 18. It is a full day of camp, and they're going to have the chance to be able to learn a whole bunch of new skills. And we are still looking for some hosts to host the people who come in to do the soccer camp as well. And if you're interested in doing that, please contact Alicia Bell.
Is that where the British comes in?
Yep, it is the British Soccer Camp. Yep.
So we've got Brits coming to
We
Lima?
we do, and it's going to be utilizing the Lima Vine Street soccer fields. The city's very nice in letting us being able to use their fields.
Okay.
Next thing I have is that summer camp registration is now open. Summer camp will run from June 3rd through August 16th. From 9 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. It's an awesome summer full of themes and great things for all the kids to do. If you have any more questions about that or need more information, you can contact me. And the last thing that I have, sorry, I got a lot today, is that our first LEGO League Junior and our first LEGO League, which is our middle school and elementary school robotics teams, the registration is now open. We will be having parent meetings in the fall, and the team themselves will start meeting in the fall. But as of right now, we do have registration open for our youngest engineers. The teams are now open. So,
Age group is what?
The age group for the elementary school is kindergarten through 4th grade, and middle school is 5th through 8th. And we're also kind of starting to recruit our high school team as well. So any of our little engineers out there, if you're interested in anything, please contact me.
That sounds like a blast.
It's so much fun. It is a lot of fun.
Good.
Thank you.
Jennifer?
Hello, I'm Jennifer Parker. I'm the Aquatics Director at Lima YMCA. A few more summer programs coming up. First, I'd like to talk to you about Splash. It's our Learn to Swim Safe Week program. It's going to be offered June 3rd through 7th. We're offering a new program this year for preschoolers, so 3 to 5-year-olds, and then our regular age group is 6 and up, 12 usually. We take some older kids too sometimes. It's good for kids to learn to be safe in, on, and around water, especially during the summertime. Last year, Ohio was had the third most drownings in the United States amongst children 15 and under. So that's pretty staggering for a state that's not a coastal state too. So again, it's going to be $5 per week for that program for the week, June 3rd through 7th. So we just want to get the kids ready for summertime. Next we have the YMCA baseball program. We have T-ball league and coach pitch league. It's for boys and girls 5 to 8. That's registration's open right now. Games begin June 17th, and they're during the week always. And those are at the city parks, and we thank them for all their help. So the cost for members is $25 and non-members is $45. And then we have great opportunity for people involved with volleyball. The University of Findlay Oilers volleyball camp is coming to Lima YMCA this year with coaches Wick, Danielle, and Mackenzie. That's going to be June 17th to 20th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It'll be for middle schoolers and high school volleyball players. $70 for YMCA members and $80 for non-members. So.
Very good.
Thank you.
Lots going on.
Yes.
And whoever says there's not things for kids to do isn't paying attention. So we appreciate those updates. And too bad I can't dial the clock back. I liked playing with Legos, and I would have loved to be a robotics engineer. There's an opportunity, Heather, for Emmanuel. What is he, 3?
4.
He's 4. He's right in that age group, so that's great. Mr. Caprella is here, Deputy Utilities Director, to talk about not a water sport, but a water body. So, Mr. Caprella.
Thank you, Mayor. Seemed like yesterday, but it was a year ago, I was up here saying that we had just about completely filled the new reservoir, the Williams Reservoir, west of Lima, the 5.1 billion gallon reservoir that we built over the past 4 to 5 years. Well, I'm here today to announce that starting tomorrow, for the first time, we're going to be opening the valves and starting to use water out of the new Williams Reservoir. So this may not be the most exciting thing for everyone, but it's kind of the culmination of a lot of things that we've done over the past several years. So again, starting tomorrow at 10 o'clock, or approximately 10 o'clock, we're going to be opening the valves to let the water flow from Williams Reservoir into the water treatment plant, be treated there, and pumped out into the community. So that, to me, that's very good news. A few other related things in regards to the reservoir. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources started the stocking process a week ago. They actually put 1.2 million yellow perch, small yellow perch, just little, but it was a 1.2 million fish that they put in there. It's going to be probably a year and a half before they're of size that you can start catching them out of there, but this is starting the process. They're going to put several different species of fish in there over the years. One other thing related to the reservoir, within the next 2 weeks, we should be receiving delivery of the benches that we're going to put around there for recreational purposes, for people that walk the reservoirs, that need a place to sit down. Guys like Rick Stolley that can't make it the full 4 miles around the reservoir will have a spot about every third of the way around there where they can sit. And yeah, I'll be sitting on them with you, Rick, so don't worry. Yeah, so we will be, having those placed too. So that's all I have to say, but we're really excited about the reservoir is getting used a lot right now with walkers. People are up there. The weather breaking, even when it was cold over the winter, people were still up there walking around that and all the other reservoirs. So with the benches, it'll make it nice for people that don't want to walk the full 4 miles. But and for your fishermen, just the fish are in there, they just have to grow a little bit. So thank you.
Any truth to the rumor that once we start using the water in Williams, that Lima water will taste like Budweiser?
I can only hope.
So is there any truth to that?
No truth to that at all. No truth. Now, water will go through those carbon filters at the water plant and be the best tasting water in the state, like it is now.
Thank you, Mike.
All because of me. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, you're going to welcome the students?
I will.
Okay.
We'll do that in a minute. So, Mr. Stolley is going to get the last word on Mr. Caprella. Yes. And with some information on city playground registration and other matters.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I remember the day we broke ground on that reservoir, Mike. September 23rd, my son's birthday. He was out there for the event, and he's been by there, as it watched it grow. And was that 3 or 4 years ago? 3 years? But what a tremendous! It's great news. Great news for the city. Just a little conversation briefly today, just to remind folks of our playground registration will take place this Saturday, the 4th of May from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at our offices at 900 South College. That's the initial sign-up, is for those of you who are familiar with what we're doing and what we've done in the past. Again, reminder of our playground program. It is a day camp, very much inclusive folks in the city and all the things that go on with with field trips and arts and crafts and wellness, and we're looking forward to another great season. It will start up June the 10th and go through the first week of August. The cost is $30 for folks who live in the city and 30 or attend school in the city, and those who attend school outside the city, it's 35. But our 4 sites again are Dr. Martin Luther King Park, Robb Park, Lincoln Park, and Froat Park. So Froat, Robb, Lincoln, and Dr. Martin Luther King Park, and that's about 8:30 in the morning till about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. One of the trips that we are embarking on this year is we're going to take the kids down to Neil Armstrong Museum to get a chance to get a look at that facility, and what a terrific facility it is. And then we're also going to be involved with the Ottawa River Coalition and doing some studies along the Ottawa River and all the great things that are happening there. So again, this Saturday, May the 4th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., and then we will register up until we're full. We go up to about 60 kids per site. Again, that's ages 6 to 12 for both boys and girls. You can go online and check that out too at our city's website. There's information on there for the playground program as well. So,
But they have to register in person.
yes, we do have to register in person. There's a lot of paperwork, as the ladies know. There's a lot of things you got to fill out when you host this type of an event. So, it's it was around when I was a kid, and we look forward to continuing to do a little better each and every year with the program, and it's one of the flagship programs that we have in our recreation program. So,
Thank you, Rick.
thank you, Mayor.
I want to introduce some guests in a moment, but I have one final topic. Recently, the Associated Press published an article which was reprinted by the Lima News, but it's also been in much of the national press concerning the JSMC and the fact that the Army has made a recommendation to temporarily shut down the tank plant because, quote, it doesn't need any more tanks. Yesterday I was contacted by a producer for Huffington Post who asked me to participate today at noon in an online conversation about that. Unfortunately, I have a presentation to give at noon, so I was unable to say yes to the invite. However, they then invited me to post a comment on the Huffington Post site, which I did this morning. To my dismay, all that I was allowed was 30 seconds on a topic of some complexity and length. So I want to, I think, emphasize in some remarks now what I believe is missing from the AP story. And I need to add that this was a point that I made when interviewed by the AP reporter, but also there have been a half a dozen other national media, either print or video, and international media, who have also been in recent months and weeks, essentially with the same intention of talking about the fact that, or their belief that there ought to be a peace dividend and that the Army is saying they don't need any more tanks. So why not shut down the tank plant? And I have said in response repeatedly the following. First of all, the Pentagon, beginning in 2005, which was the time of our most recent BRAC process, repeatedly or began to say that there was a long-term future for the Abrams tank. In fact, they said clearly that the tank would have a role in the nation's battle plans through the year 2050. So at that point, it was almost a 50-year vision for the Abrams tank. As recently as March 2011, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dempsey, testified before the Senate, reiterating that perspective about the long-term future of the Abrams program and the need for the tank. I understand that the Pentagon has argued recently that they have, quote, enough tanks, and that they have forecast the possibility of saving money by shutting the tank plant for a period of 3 years from 2014 through 2017. If you shut down the tank plant for a period of time, several things happen. You lose the talent and the organization of the existing workforce. And the folks that are now doing the work, frankly, are not going to wait around for 3 years until it restarts. They're going to leave. Secondly, much of the supply chain is vulnerable, meaning there are lots of companies that are not here in Lima, but in other places throughout the country that are providing parts for the tank. And some of those will not exist if the program is suspended. So any cost savings that might accrue in the short term get eaten up by the costs associated with restarting. And again, we have a long-term vision for the tank having a role in protecting the nation. Therefore, we have a need for the long-term presence and functioning of the industrial base that can maintain that tank system. And I think just like we have with our existing, whether it's our homes or our businesses, everybody understands that electronic systems don't last forever. They have to be renewed. They have to be upgraded. And when you're talking about the electronics in the tank, you're talking about the communications packages in the tank, we have to be prepared to continuously upgrade those systems. So there is a need. As long as we have a battle plan that says the tank is needed, we have a need long-term for the JSMC. A related matter is that the Abrams tank is not the only product at the tank plant. There are a number of products made for our allies that are very dependent upon the JSMC. So if you shut the plant, you also shut the ability to produce for our allies. And that, I believe, is a capability that we ought to be maintaining. I don't think we ever want to put ourselves in the position where the United States has to depend upon a foreign nation for its fundamental weapons system. And that's the position we'd be putting ourselves in if we shut the only remaining tank plant in the country. So that was longer than 30 seconds. It wouldn't fit on Huffington Post, but hopefully it was understandable. With that, I want to invite 3 students up, and Rick, could you come back and introduce your students? Today is Youth and Government Day, and the Optimist Club, actually Mike Caprella is the chair of this program this year for the Noon Optimist Club. Come up, ladies and gentlemen. And each year they ask the local schools to identify superior students who would like to spend a day with local government officials. There were about 18, 20 students this morning who Mike assigned to city and county officials to spend the morning, and at noon everyone will go over to the Noon Optimist Club luncheon for a special program. So what we're going to do now is introduce you, and then you'll have an opportunity to speak. So got the brain cells going. You can tell us a little bit about yourselves and why you're interested in local government. Okay.
Okay.
Rick,
With
introduce the ladies first.
these two young ladies that came to our office today, we have Demaria Thompson and Kristen Knuckles, both juniors at Lima Senior High School. And after a grueling 45-minute interview with me, I can tell you, top candidates, very, very sharp young ladies. And you can tell that Lima Senior is very well represented today with these two young ladies. So I'll let them say a little bit. They're both planning on school, and I'll let them tell you beyond high school, and I'll let them tell you about that. So, ladies, Demaria, go right ahead.
Step right up and speak into the
that
mic.
thing right there.
What do you want me to say?
Well, introduce yourself and
My name is Demaria Thompson. I'm a junior at Lima Senior in the School of Multiple Intelligences, which is changing next year. But I'm planning on going to college. I have 4 choices: the University of Akron, Xavier, OU, and Kent State. At school, I guess, and the government part would be, I'm on the design team at my school to try to redesign what we want the school to look like. Since we are going to be the leaders, we want to have a school that we can still appreciate and still have fun there. So we're just having meetings like every month, but like on Wednesdays after school, and we stay there till about 5 o'clock, and we just work on the things that we think are important and try to get our voice out there for all of the students.
and what do you intend to study beyond high school?
Pre-physical therapy.
Pre-physical therapy. Terrific. I paid a lot of tuition at OU, so it's a good school.
Very nice.
For 2 of my kids. Kristen.
I'm Kristen Knuckles. I'm also a junior at Lima Senior. I go to MI. I'm also on the design team committee. We're actually working on a big project for our school next year. Plan on going to Louisville down in Kentucky. Pediatrics.
Very good. Thank you. And my student today is Kane Bastano. He's also a junior at senior high and is actually thinking about going to the Air Force Academy. So, okay.
Took the first few sentences on what to say. I'm not on the design team like Kristen and Demaria are. I participate in choir, swim. I'm looking forward to seeing what they've come up with for next year and hope that the community will continue to support Lima Seniors changing.
Anything that you want to remark on from our conversation this morning?
I really enjoyed coming here and shadowing Mayor Berger. He is really intelligent and very reminds me a lot of my grandpa and a lot of his friends.
Well, that's good. I know his grandfather, so that's a compliment. So, thank you very much. Great to have you all here today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the morning. All right?
And the media could cover that new.
Oh, the media is invited to cover the luncheon at the Elks. That would be a great thing. We do appreciate everybody's time this morning. I do want to have one final reminder. We have Citywide Pride taking place this weekend and several weekends in May. We encourage folks to check out city's website for the exact location of dumpsters this Saturday and successive Saturdays for these cleanup activities. So thank you very much. We appreciate your time, and we'll break down for interviews.